Who is this? That's one of the many questions that the disciples ask when they're following Jesus. But the thing is, they're not asking this question about someone they haven't met before. They're asking it about Jesus himself. They're asking this question, who is this? About the man that they committed to follow. They're asking this question about the man that they left everything to learn from. As we've been studying Mark's gospel together on Wednesday nights, I've had a hard time holding back or skipping over different chapters because there's just so much rich teaching about Jesus and his kingdom here. And I want to show you one of my favorite details from this whole book that didn't make it into our Christ in Action series. At the end of chapter 4, Jesus is crossing the Sea of Galilee in a boat with his disciples, and he just decides to take a nap in the middle of a huge storm. This might be a familiar scene for you. What happens next? The famous story of Jesus calming the storm with just his words. Quiet, be still. And what happens next? The wind died down and it was completely calm. Jesus shows off this incredible ability that he has to calm the whole storm with just his words. And it's this event that brings up the disciples' question. At the end of chapter 4, they ask, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." Now, this is an incredible display of Jesus' power, but my favorite part hasn't happened yet. That comes if we keep reading into chapter 5. Because the thing is, the next line of dialogue, the next person who speaks, answers this question that the disciples have. So let's look into chapter 5. As soon as Jesus and his disciples land on the other side of the sea, they encounter this strange figure. A man runs up to them, and this man has been possessed by many demons for a long time. He's out of control of his own body. He's excluded from his village, and he's living in a graveyard. And remember, what is said next answers the disciples' question. Who is this? Mark chapter 5, verses 6 and following say, "When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, 'What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?'" Now, although the disciples were confused, even the demons recognized that Jesus is the Son of God. These stories show us without a doubt that Jesus has the power of God, calming the sea and causing demons to be terrified. The demons recognize who Jesus is as the Son of God, but they don't put their faith in him. They don't let him change them. So if I were to point to Jesus and ask you, who is this? How would you answer? Would you say he was a good teacher who had some nice ideas and died 2,000 years ago? Was he a liar who manipulated thousands of people into following and worshiping him? Or is he the Son of God and the Savior of your life? And that's a question that only you can answer for yourself.